last time you had a private show?
When have you ever had a private show?
Hey, you know the vibes. Welcome back, everybody.
I do not.
See, you know me. You don't know the life that I live.
Well, Beard, I've been a part of your life for, 12 years now?
But you go but see, listen. There were some times. I'm a little bit older than you.
Okay.
By like a year and a half.
You want to go back to that?
So,
go ahead.
Within that year and a half span, I was having private shows.
Wait, you said what? What you say?
About a year and a half older than you. You know what I mean? Now you're older than me. What am I saying? Where my manners? Welcome back, everybody.
Let me know if y'all think it's weird that he won't admit his age. Please let me know if y'all think it's weird.
I can't believe she don't know the vibes. And it's back working. Technical difficulties. But I was telling her before I had these technical difficulties that back in the day, I was outside. She wanted to be like me. Everybody couldn't be like me. Lift my mic up. Everybody couldn't be like me.
That is something that they say about people who like can't let go of the past, like who just like
I can let go of the past.
Who keep revisiting their past life. What do they say about them kind of people?
I don't know, because I'm not one of those people.
Yeah, you are. Every time we get on here, he got to talk about something that happened back in the day. I want to hear that.
Because back in the day, it was a special time in all of our lives, right? We can remember certain things about specific songs that we've heard. If I play a song right now for you, it's going to bring back a memory. It's going to make your Twinkie tingle. I put that on everything. If I play a song right now, whatever the song may be, may not even be for me. Specific songs make you think about specific times in your life where you want to go back and revisit. That's all I'm saying. Right now, on somebody's slow jam playlist, they have a song on their playlist that makes them think about another girl, but they're playing it for the girl that they're with right now. Y'all act like y'all don't know. I don't have that.
I'm gonna say that need not ever be the case for me.
You don't believe it? So hold on. You mean to tell me
I am not playing a song from you that reminds me of somebody else? Because I loathe pretty much all of the people that except for like one. I loathe all my exes.
But see, that's your problem. And see, everybody doesn't have the same problem. When you get with somebody, just because you let me get done, because you see you all over here with
because I'm not going into a conversation of exes today.
Me either. But what I'm trying to say, listen, you said you loathe them, you just loathe them all. Now at the same time, if you get with somebody that had an amicable disbursement from that person, then they may have had a playlist that they just happen to play periodically. It was so good. Now they're carrying that playlist over with you and they just press and play. They don't necessarily mean they're thinking about the girl.
But that's basically what you just said.
In the beginning, but now I'm trying to reframe it.
No. That's basically what you said. So if that's what you said, you need to stand on it.
Well, I'm standing on it.
Because if there's a song that comes on my playlist and it makes me think about it next, I'm like, ugh.
If you come on right now, somebody out there is saying like, man, I remember I used to play If You for
like I'm such a once I'm done with you, I'm done with you kind of person. I don't need nothing that's gonna remind me of anybody from my
so
past.
Tough. It's okay to have feelings. Not right now. You don't need to have them now.
The initial breakup. What's okay is to leave people where they at. You have a hard time with that. I don't.
Talking about
it ain't even just
what
like
talking about,
I'm talking about in all your relationships. You have and I don't.
Be loved.
You show me who you are.
I got a big heart.
I'm leaving you where you are in that time.
I got a big heart, man. Listen, what can I say?
My
heart
has nothing to do with having a big heart.
You
can have a big heart and still you can have a big heart. You can still leave people where they deserve to be. Not in your presence.
Listen, you can leave the people where they deserve to be, but at the same time, it's okay, man, to say, hey, everybody wasn't as bad as I thought they were. But you like, everybody was just as bad as you thought they were, huh? I know one of them. Two of them. One of them probably, I think he's pretty cool because his brother's pretty cool. You know you my man. You be listening. You know you my man. I ain't gonna call your name. How was your weekend? Anyway, I didn't even introduce the show. This is She and I. I am your host, her future boyfriend, B-Love, And I always have my
very hell are you talking about?
Special host with me,
India Marie.
Ooh, India Marie and B Love, the husband and wife.
So we boyfriend, duo. Girlfriend, or husband and wife. You confusing the new listeners. Like I don't even know. Like now you're just confusing people for no reason.
Well, if you're confused, go back and listen to a past episode to see how much we have been through on this entire journey. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, here we are, back again on a beautiful Tuesday. Matter of fact, this is the best thing to happen on a Tuesday. Well, since Monday, so give it up for yourselves. Now, I'm happy to be back simply because we had an amazing weekend. You want to tell them what we did? I think this weekend was phenomenal. I went to one of my great friends. I worked one of my great friends' weddings. Shout out to Catherine and Brent. I had the pleasure of DJing their wedding, and it was a ball. I had a great time.
Let me tell you about Catherine and Brent. What I admire about people like Catherine and Brent.
Talk to them.
I wish that when I got married, I had the courage to do things the way that I wanted to do them when I got married. Because I didn't want half the things that we did when we got married.
I wanted more.
But Catherine and Brent are they're white people.
White? They know they white. They're my people.
And the way that they went about their union was just incredible to me. They didn't care about impressing anybody. They stuck to who they are at their core. So they had their wedding in a dive bar.
Fire too.
There was no there was no ceremony. Like they had gotten married earlier that morning with just the two of them. And so in this dive bar, they didn't decorate anything. It was as is. So just think about you road tripping and you stop in this bar and there's writings on the wall. There is like it's dark, a little smoky. That's what it was.
It was a vibe. So, and the fog machine for your boy.
All they had in there was like the stage that Barrett was on. They had a pool table in there. Barrett, it was 2 rooms. So they had the pool table and the food in one room. And then they had Barrett DJ with the dance floor and the bar in the other room. And it was a really good time. Like they both looked like they enjoyed it. Their guests looked like they enjoyed it.
Had a good time, man.
Catherine wanted everyone to come dressed up like to the nines. Like
she
said, New Year's Eve. So it was people in their sparkly dresses,
sequenced
in
out,
their nice suits in this dive bar in September. And I just thought it was incredible. The food was phenomenal. They had fish and chips.
I might call her right now.
Some like chicken tacos. It was just so laid back.
Chicken tacos on another level.
Yeah,
you understand
and then
me?
The next day she had like a brunch. Who was most of the same people that were at the wedding the night before. And they had rented out the patio of Butcher and Bee, and it was like a buffet style brunch, and everybody was recovering from the night before, drinking their mimosas and Bloody Marys and eating and just fellowshipping. And so it was literally like, I just want y'all to come and, celebrate us
and be yourself,
as we
man.
are. Yeah, be yourself and just have a fun, relaxed time. That's exactly what it was. So congratulations to Catherine and Brent. I love the no pressure vibes. I love the do what you want to do the way you want to do it. Like that's my vibe.
Yeah, I fucked with it. So, the long way.
Yeah. So that was that. And then
Saturday we took off. We didn't stop. We did that Friday and it carried over into Saturday. Saturday evening, Kevin Hart came back to town. Y'all thought we wasn't gonna see Kevin. We was in that thing, damn near front row. We were there. Front row in the bleachers, though. I don't like to sit on the floor. I'm too short.
we don't like to sit on the floor.
I have a height deficiency. It's not that I'm short. It's when I sit on the floor, it's all people like to sit their big asses in front of me. Now I'm all trying to look around you and you got broad shoulders and you with your lady trying to do all this. I'm with my lady trying not to get embarrassed. I need a goddamn booster seat. You see what I'm saying? So in order to avoid all of that, I prefer sitting in the bleachers. Now we sit in the bleachers, boy. I'm talking about. I know Kevin Hart. He missed on the last 2 specials, but he hit this one out of the park.
Yeah, this one was quite hilarious.
Hit this one out of the park.
Quite hilarious.
You know what I mean? So
it's funny. Okay, so before we go into that, it's 2 things that I'm gonna go into today. So just remind me about us going to the concert.
Write this in my handy dandy notebook.
Remind me of us going to the show.
Okay.
So we're recording this on a Monday. So today, Blake had Grandparents' Day. And so if you follow me on Instagram, I posted pictures of he and his grandmothers on his story.
Yeah.
And so we've talked about, us having a village here and building, a village out of like the friends and, that we have here.
Yeah.
But I do appreciate the fact that his grandparents will show up for him like every time, because I don't feel like I had that growing up. And so to see the way that they put, because from the jump, when we told Bear's mom that Blake was starting school, she said, "You gotta let me know when Grandparents' Day is." And she brought it up like 5 times. And I was like, I don't even know if they're gonna have it. So then, of course, 2 weeks ago, they sent home a letter saying that Grandparents' Day is on September 12th. She said, "Well, I'll be there." So on Friday,
That's good impersonation too,
and
by the way.
Beard's grandmother drove up here, and they've spent the weekend with us. And then I told my mom, and I wasn't sure if she was gonna be able to make it. She was like, "Well, let me see how I can arrange my schedule." She was like, "I'm gonna come." So I said, "Okay." And so as of today, Blake has both of his grandmothers and his great grandmother
in the building.
And so
let's go. Why are we whispering?
Granted,
what's up?
They're all leaving.
Get some ace in your base, some bass in your ace.
They're all leaving tomorrow, but it's just very special because, everybody's just getting older. My mom is the youngest. My mom is like, wait, how old is my mom? Like 56?
She pulled up with 2 gold chains on.
She did. With some braids.
And some hoop earrings. I said, you a round-away fillet. How old are you?
Yeah, my mom like 55, 56. But Barrett's mom, she'll be 68.
7?
No, she'll be 68 in January.
67, bro. I'm not going to age my mom out.
That's your mom's age. You don't know your mom's age.
Why she trying to do my mom? What y'all woman about y'all mama age? That's crazy.
Okay, well, when we get off the podcast, I'm going to have him ask her.
I'm not going to ask that. I don't care. She here.
Barrett's mom will be 68.
67. Keep going.
Are you losing it?
I'm winning it.
Do you remember that Blake literally just asked her this question last week?
Yeah, she said 6. I know what she said.
So his mom will be 68 in January. His grandmother will be 90 in...
Go ahead and talk. What are we doing?
We just had a conversation about you being in denial of real life things.
We know we had a conversation about you not wanting to tell her to be wrong. That's what we had a conversation about. Go ahead, though.
I can't wait to prove, I cannot wait. I'm going to eat this up. Anyways, his grandmother will be 90 in April.
That's a fact.
And so, like I said, they all drove up here to be with him for 20 minutes at school.
Listen, them 20 minutes felt like 20 days because they've been up here for 2 days. And I'm like, man, y'all want to stay? I'm about to get a new house and everything. Build you like a mother-in-law, mother's suite, whatever it's called. And y'all can just stay, like Tyrese said. But I feel you got to go back. But I feel you. But yeah.
Yeah, so that's why we were able to just be out this
outside. And I'm going back out this weekend and next weekend too on some working. They got me working out here. You know what I mean?
What are you talking about?
We already talked about it. We'll talk about it all.
Talk about nothing.
Of the podcast. Now let me tell y'all something.
And then the DJ gig you trying to pick up, you got to go coach baseball before you do that.
Oh, for sure. I'm doing it for sure. Let me hit the button because I got something to talk about real quick.
No, I have something to talk about.
When you hit your button, I'm going to hit mine.
During the week, we got deep. Chill.
I'm going to tell y'all something. All right, here we go. I'm about to start a GoFundMe for a new computer. Sometimes y'all be like, where the episode at? And I'm like, the episode? Shout out to Whitney. Whitney was like, the episode not up. I'm like, yes, it is. She's like, no, it's not. Yes, it is. Anyway, the episode wasn't up from last week. It was up, but somehow it got moved and the RSS feed, I know I'm talking nerd talk. I'm gonna chill. But anyway, the episode wasn't where it's supposed to be. This week, my buttons are not working all of a sudden. To go, and it wouldn't work. It all of a sudden stopped recording and said your hard drive is about to fail. I need a new computer, right? Someone started GoFundMe today. Let me know if y'all can donate. I'm just playing.
So now the buttons don't work, I guess.
It's not even They didn't want the buttons to work.
Anyways,
God did.
So we talked about how we went to the Kevin Hart show on Saturday.
Yep.
And then I just so happened to come across a couple of posts on the Black Marriage Movement Instagram page that talks about intimacy. So the first post that I came across, it says, intimacy is not just experienced through sex. It's crying together. It's late night whispering in a dark room before falling asleep.
Okay.
It's talking about how you grew up and what used to scare you. It's praying together. It's going places together and building memories.
Mm-hmm.
And then I came across like a couple of slides. And so the question is, what is intimacy to you? And so the first one is, intimacy is learning someone's love language. Intimacy is traveling and trying new food together. Intimacy is concerts and festivals together. Intimacy is exploring museums, coffee shops, and parks together. Intimacy is having someone who genuinely listens. Intimacy is being weird and unfiltered together.
Oh, that's me right there.
So
last one. I just gave you my answer. I
was gonna say, what is your favorite form of intimacy?
I'm gonna take two. I'm gonna have a 1A and a 1B. Being weird and laughing together is 100% point A. And I say this all the time on this podcast. The reason when we first got together, what attracted me to her is her youthful energy, right? Her willingness to just be herself, like you mentioned earlier, to just be and go with the flow, be in the moment, not really complain about much. Whatever's gonna be, it was gonna be. She used to eat Pizza Hut pasta. She used to eat McDonald's. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't eat McDonald's when
she
we
never eat
started,
McDonald's,
but
no.
I was tearing them Pizza Hut pastas up.
That's what I'm saying.
Not anymore. I care a lot more about my diet.
Let me
now.
ask your girl to get a Pizza Hut pasta right now. She might divorce your boy. But back in the day, it was free. It was
remember
weird.
we tried to eat the Pizza Hut pasta again like 2 years ago. It was disgusting.
I don't remember that.
It did not hit the same as it did.
But back in the day, this what attracted me to her. And we had this talk in counseling. So I'll give y'all a little insight on the therapy session that we had. A while ago, we had a therapy session where I was feeling some type of way, some disconnection. And Mr. Mickles said, so Bear, I mean, tell me, like, what do you expect? People evolve and people change. You can't have the same person you had back then. I'm like, well, I wanna. And I was telling him that, like, being that India was like, oh, it was the most fun time. I remember vividly. Now, I'm going to tie a bunch of these together. Intimacy, right? We were hanging out, chilling at the house one day. We were like, man, let's just go somewhere. Where you want to go? Boom, we're going to go to the park, walk around the waterfall. She said, cool. Now, this is what I think she did. She might tell me otherwise. But she had on this dress. I think she went in the bathroom, pulled off her panties, and then we went to the park. When we got back from the park, we were walking around a little sweaty, but she still lifted up her shirt, and just said, here.
I don't remember that.
We had a blue dress on. I'm going to find a picture and post it too. Because your boy can find some things. I'm going to try to find a picture. That was cool. Back in the day, she tied all the intimacies she just named together in one. Now she won't give me one.
I don't know.
I can't get one piece of that intimate slide.
What you talking
I can't get an INTRMC. I can't get none of that. You know what I mean? But for me, number one, being weird, having a good time, laughing, telling jokes, not taking life too serious. I'm talking about she went from mellow fellow to a Hellcat. Everything is serious now. We talked about that in therapy, so I'm not going to bring it back up. But I just did. And then my second one would be the concert and the festival. So let me tell you why, right? If you go to the right concert, it will evoke energy. And I told her this because we were at the concert. She was like, man, this shit sold out. I don't know if I'll be able to sit all the way up in the 300s because I would just rather watch it on TV.
I would feel like I've sat at the very top before. I felt like I was going to faint.
My response to her was, sometimes you feeding off the energy of the crowd. When you go to concerts, you feeding off the energy from the people. Everybody laughing around you. You feel the laughter in the air, and it feels better in that moment to be there than to be sitting at home watching on the couch. You might be laughing with 2 or 3 people, but when you laughing at about 10,000 people and everybody feeling the vibes, then you feed off the energy. Then you take the energy back with you to the car, to the house, and then like y'all have conversations based off of what y'all just had, based off the jokes, I'm sorry, y'all just heard. Or if it's music, if it's rap, you already, burglars and murderers. Let me go to a Dirt concert, and then burglars and murderers come home. When we get in the car, we gonna turn up together. We're gonna be, hey, the burglars turning into murders. We gonna turn up together. Now, if it's some R&B, let's say we go to Usher concert. So we get in the car. I'm trying to slip the fingers in the badge, past the stomach, over the birth canal, in the coochie. That's what I'm trying to do. B-Love is in the building. Talk to him, King.
I don't know what any of those stories meant.
I got excited. All of that
like,
intimacy. See, now she asked me what does intimacy look like to me. And then when I give her my answers, they not the right ones. You see what I'm saying? Women be wanting you to say what they want you to say, and then you say something different, and it's not right.
I just find it interesting that you keep fixating on, like, I guess, who I used to be. Like, you keep bringing it up, even though it's come up in therapy, like, multiple times. The fact that we've been together 12 years, and you're just not supposed to be who you used to be. Like, life has happened.
But give me something.
To me. I didn't have no responsibilities. I was
Pizza
working
Hut.
at a daycare, making like $8 an hour, getting fed by him. It did not. Times were very different back then.
Giving a pasta and salami. Come on, man.
I just feel like the more that you accept who I am today and try to get to know the person who I am today,
it'd be so hard to get to know this person.
The easier that your life will be. Your life is difficult because you are not trying to be flexible and you're not trying to grow.
No. See, we talking, we podding now. It's funny you say that. I think everybody's growing in different areas, in different spaces. You may be growing on a personal journey, spiritual journey. I may be growing over here on a career journey, and also for us, like this career journey. I'm trying to grow this, and you trying to grow. So right now I just want to and do all that and incense and sage the house. But that's cool. But that's where you at with yours. But I'm over here with mine. And we can be together with ours.
No, because what you're saying right now is not going to sustain the marriage.
Yes, it will.
No, it won't. Barry, listen to me. You're not. This is another example of how you're not willing to listen.
Talk to him.
It's not going to sustain the marriage. Okay. The more you resist who I am, and the more you are, and the more you choose to not, because at this point it is a choice. To not want to know the things that I'm into and what I'm interested in. So the more you do that, the further apart
we come back in,
we're gonna be. It's not gonna come back in until you decide to want to get to know who I am.
But are you doing the same thing? So, see, it's always a one-sided coin. We talking about intimacy.
We asked Mr. Mickles asked you, how have you changed over the years? Your response was that I haven't. So what exactly am I getting to know?
He talking about I'm me. If you know me,
like
I'm me.
Barry's interest hasn't changed.
I'm me.
He hasn't grown in like any of those ways. Like literally, you have virtually the same hobbies. The only hobby that doesn't exist anymore is like shoe collecting and stuff like that. But
yeah, I always just collect shoes.
Like as far as DJing and stuff like that, you've always been into those things. You've always been into sports. Like your interest has not changed. Your taste in music hasn't changed. Whereas me,
burglars or murderers,
everything has changed. The things that I'm interested in have changed. My taste in music has changed. The foods that I like to eat has changed. Like, everything has changed with me.
You're making me seem like an immature person just stuck in one gear. This is crazy. Go ahead, get done.
You're in agreement that you're the same person personally.
Yeah, for sure.
So you can't. I'm not making it seem like nothing. That's who you are.
Yeah, it's me. If you know me, you know me. And it's not changing is not a bad thing. We talk about intimacy right now. This is a whole other topic for another day. Get back to the topic. Oh, ain't no shame.
Y'all see what we doing?
Ain't no shame in my game.
Y'all see what we be doing?
Keeping the podcast on track.
So out of all of those, what do you think my preferred form of intimacy is?
That ain't the question. You got to answer yours first.
I'm asking.
What you mean?
What do you think it is?
Your preferred choice of intimacy is learning your love language. That would probably be your preferred choice, and sitting at a coffee shop or going to the park. Those two. If I had to do a two, 1A and 1B.
You got it right.
I know.
Yeah, for me, it is the exploring museums, coffee shops, and parks together.
I couldn't think of that.
And he knows that because of the types of cities that I like to visit. That's why one of my some of my favorite cities, New York, Chicago. I like the architecture. I like the museums.
Can I give a
when I went to Toronto by myself?
Yeah,
I went to a museum.
I'm gonna give a diamond in the rough. That's my thing. St. Louis. Now, I wouldn't want to live in St. Louis, but we went there on like some real, let's just go somewhere one day. Back in the day when she was down for whatever.
What, Bear? We didn't have a kid. What are you talking about? Times are different.
I said, you want to go to the Lou? She said, what up, Mo? I said, well, let's go dirty. And we ended up going to St. Louis. But she loved it because they had some free museums and she could just frolic around.
Yeah.
I got drunk off beer.
But it's hard going to museums with you because you just like to walk through. Yeah. You don't like to read anything. No. And so a lot of times, again, instead of like, okay, let me just really sit here and figure out what she's interested in. Like, you be like, you ready? So like...
because...
like, what am I supposed to do with that?
Sometimes the museum, the art in the museum, it doesn't speak to me. Now, sometimes we can go to some places, like we went to Windward. I was all over that shit. But other times when we go to some museum, I'm like, bro, you ready to go? Like,
so he likes graffiti. And I realized that the way that we learn history is very different. Bear will read about that shit all day in a book.
Fire.
I like to go to the museums and read the art and know what time period they came from, who painted it,
book about it,
where the artist was, during that time. Like, I like to do that.
I'm gonna read the book about it though. I'm gonna have all the knowledge before and maybe after. If it's good, I'm gonna go read up on it. It's gonna leave an impression on me.
So when it comes to intimacy, do you not think it's important to try to sit in your partner's form of intimacy with them?
Oh, for sure. Now, I do think once your partner has outlined what intimacy looks like to them, you should do your best to meet them at that point. Now, you told me that. I would be a fool to then go out and say, well, listen, I know you like museums and all that, but man, let's go to the gun range today. What? That's not going to do nothing for you. That's more for me. So why would I? If I'm planning something around you, right? I'm planning a day for you, and I know what floats your boat. I know what gets you going. I'm going to do that. Not saying just for the benefit of myself, but for the benefit of you. Like, let's get you what you need. And if it's a museum, then I need to do a better job of selecting museums that we all can have a good time. Because sometimes you're a little slow. Just gonna put it out there.
Like, my ideal day is for us to go to a new city. It's like a dream date. It'll happen one day, just not yet.
She got a whole baby right now. What you want me to do?
It's to wake up in a new city, get up, grab breakfast in a coffee shop. Because I prefer something small. When I'm out of town, I don't have to do like a really nice fancy brunch or nothing like that. Bear, you find the restaurants. I'd be so hungry in the morning. I'd be like, let's just grab a breakfast sandwich.
And you be lazy in the morning. You slow the morning down too.
I like slow mornings.
I like quick.
I like slow mornings.
Agenda-based items.
So wake up, we find a local coffee shop, go in there, grab something. Maybe like a coffee shop with a cute little view or something. Get breakfast, and then we go explore. I get to see some buildings, the architecture. Then we follow to a museum. We both find a piece of art that we like and agree on, and we buy that piece of art together. I would like to collect art at some point in my life.
Bro, let me tell you right now. The art that you like is going to be in the house. You're going to have a whole nother house to put that in because our art taste is not the same.
Beard, your ears are so selective. It's because you be so quick to speak and not listen.
Ooh, talk to a song.
Ideally, we would walk in and like a piece together.
You said that.
But you so busy just talking.
Be ready to go and let it flow. That's me. That's your boy. But you did say that. Now, all right, we got the intimacy down. Now, which one of those things would you like the least? Since we're gonna take it there.
The least?
Which one of those things can you do without?
Can I do without?
Now, see, now we podding. I'm trying to take y'all somewhere. Come on, man. What's up?
I need them all. I'm sorry, I need them all. So,
why you need them all?
Okay, learning someone's love language. I think that is very important, and I also think it's important to understand that everybody doesn't have just one love language. And I think that the more you learn about your person and you realize what those love languages are, the happier you both will be. So that's important to me. And then traveling and trying new food together. I love to eat on vacation now. Like,
I love to travel.
I would never forget. I was pregnant with Blake. Nobody knew. We went to San Diego. Barrett found this breakfast place. We went there every morning on the trip.
Fire. Your 2 words. First word fire. Last word fire.
Yeah. So I do like that.
It's called Great Maple. For anybody out there wondering right now, if you're planning a trip, go to St. Louis. Now, I'm sorry. Go to San Diego. Just go. Just go ahead and go. Spend a little bread. Go to San Diego. Go to Great Maple. And then look at the bartender and tell them B Love sent you. They know me in there. And get the French toast. Treat yourself.
And we like finding like local markets and stuff too.
Yeah, we do. That's one thing we can agree on.
We'll find, like when we were in San Diego, we found a
flea market.
It was like a little flea market. Yep. It was so cool. Like they had live music, all these vendors, food. So, we were just out there buying food, trying stuff. We was just kicking it. And then I remember we went to Mexico one year, and remember we took that taxi to some part of town.
Oh, yeah.
And they had like vendors and stuff out there. We kind of had to watch them back out there a little bit.
Nigga didn't speak a lick of Espanol.
Yeah, but we did have a really good time.
Thought about it, joke.
And then concerts and festivals. Like, I'm not a festival girl. I don't like being hot.
I'm a festival guy.
I don't like being hot. I don't like being like this close to people. I don't. But concerts, like, that's our jam.
But that's why you work so hard now, so you can get VIP treatment when you go to these places.
Okay, well.
I'm going to the One Music Fest with my guy B Tom. Yes, sir.
When is it?
Sweet. October 10th, 9th through the 10th. 9th through the 10th, yeah. 2 days. If y'all out there with me, come find me. You'll see me with a hat on. Probably a mask, too, because she's pregnant, so I got to watch myself around.
Yeah.
But we got VIP tickets. We're going to be in our own area.
And then, yeah, I just said mine is exploring museums and coffee shops and parks, and having someone who genuinely listens. I think that's something that we could both work on.
Yeah. We be so quick to talk. We both do. Now, she doesn't talk a lot to me, but when there's something that she wants to talk about, she's the queen interjector. She's going to, she can slide in. You can't breathe. If you're talking and you do this, she's going to get in there. You better not take a breath because she's going to find a way right in this spot.
But that's when I'm already worked up.
No, yeah. It can be not necessarily with us, but anything. She going to come on talking about something that happened in Pilates, something that happened in the grocery store, something that happened in traffic, something that happened with Alexis. She going to get it off her chest.
But when I say having someone who genuinely listens, I mean like when I'm talking to you, I need your undivided attention. Like if I'm coming in and I have a story to share, I need phone down, eye contact.
Now let me talk about that for a second. When women, ladies all over the world do that, you come in and you tell that story, I give you my undivided attention and my eye contact. If I don't give you the response that you're looking for, right or wrong, will it be an argument every time?
It'll be a disagreement. It'll be a disagreement. Because I feel like what you're doing can wait.
No, whoa. Now you not see what I'm saying about listening?
I do.
If I have my phone down and I'm listening to you intently and you are giving me the news and I'm like, okay, that's what's up, man. Oh, for real? That's what's up. And all of a sudden you look at me and say, this all you gonna say? Why is that? What happens?
I don't feel like that happens. I don't think that happens with twins. What happens is I come in.
It doesn't happen a lot.
What happens is I come in and talk and you're too busy on your phone. So that is where
the script just answer the question straight up, not tell me.
I can't answer a question that don't really apply to me.
If I don't give you the expressions and the talk that you think you deserve, will you not get upset?
I only get upset when I feel like I'm not getting the attention I deserve.
Either way.
And a lot of times when you give those half-ass answers, it's because you're on your phone. So
let's say the phone is somewhere completely away from me, but the phone is, you know what? That motherfucker's on Jupiter right now. The phone is on Jupiter. The orange planet. Ain't Jupiter the orange planet? Anyway, I don't have my phone. I'm giving you I'm looking you in your eyes. Then what happens? I'm not giving you the expressions. Why do you get mad?
I can't answer that because that rarely happens.
Okay, I'm gonna let her slide with that, but I know.
I don't know
fellas,
what you want me to say.
And I know the truth. If your lady comes home and she's ready to unload, and that's one reason why ladies are always on the phone with their girlfriends, because they know for somehow, some way, ladies can relate to each other and they know exactly what to say.
As people who both like work and leave the house and are gone all day, I feel like when you come into the room, you should get your one of the others should get its attention. Like if we've been gone all day and like you come in, you need something to tell me, I should be able to stop what I'm doing and listen because we haven't been around each other all day. We haven't talked all day.
And then sorry.
I feel like I should get that same respect. Like
you do.
If I've been gone and I walk in and I have something to share or I just want to talk, I feel like I should be able to do that as people who have not spent the entire day together.
Listen, don't let her be telling the story and not say something like, ooh, go off, queen. You know she'll get mad at me for saying that. You see, you play too much. You always playing.
Where are you coming up with these scenarios from in your head? You just like making stuff up today.
You will do that. You've done it before. You haven't done it in a while because I know what to do now. I've done things in the past that I've learned from. Beloved did that, so hopefully you don't have to go through that. Don't be like me. I know when she's telling a serious story, it's time for me to stop because I'll play myself right into an argument. I know I will. So I try to stop now. So you done with your intimacy questions? I had one.
Well, go ahead.
I had a question I wanted to ask you. So I saw something also on social media that was talking about people. We need to stop oversharing our feelings. That made me think about it. Is there such thing as oversharing in your relationship with your significant other?
I think so. Absolutely.
Tell me a situation.
And that's why. So when we first started the podcast, we would have a disagreement and he would want to talk about it immediately. And I naturally hold on to things longer. And so I've had to tell him, like, I'm not willing to talk about it until I feel like I'm over it. And that is just sort of what it boils down to. Like, I shouldn't have to talk about this before I'm ready to, until I'm ready to share. Because I feel like when you share too soon, sometimes there's still lessons to be learned in the situation.
Oh, yeah?
I think so. And so sometimes we share prematurely, before we have all the facts, before we clearly can understand how the other person is feeling. And so I think it's important, like, as people who share a lot on social media as is, I think it's important to let some things sit in, because, like, even things as simple, like, some stuff I share on social media just because I know that there are a lot of people who are in similar situations that I am in right now. And so I share just for those people. But then I also, from that, get a lot of unwanted feedback.
We talked about it. The pregnancy episode, perfect example.
Yeah. So, you know, I also get unwanted feedback from people who I feel don't necessarily understand what I'm going through because they've never been in it. Some stuff you can only understand until you have the opportunity to experience it.
But my question to you, which I think you misheard, is there such thing as oversharing with your significant other? Can you tell me something that's oversharing?
I thought you said oversharing, like, I thought you were talking about in relation to other people.
No,
you mean like oversharing between us?
Yeah. Is there such thing as like I'm sharing too much with you?
No.
Okay. I know she's not lying because she came here a minute ago and told me she had all type of diarrhea. And then she outlined the way she went to the bathroom from front to beginning. At that point when she told me that, I said, yep, she's comfortable.
I am. We've been together for 12 years.
I'm talking about my girl let it loose. She outlined it. But no, I do think, I don't think there's a point to where you can overshare with your significant other. Now, I say this on the same breath. I do feel like there's some things, if you don't want to disclose them to me, if they're not detrimental to their relationship, you don't have to. Like, you shouldn't feel obligated to share everything with me if you don't want to do that.
No, I mean, obviously there's certain things that I wouldn't share, like past experiences with exes, or like...
I don't care about that. I would have rather heard that in that poop story earlier.
But that would be something that would be sacred to me. Me having diarrhea isn't sacred to me.
Everybody poops, right? That's what
the book says. Like, and pregnancy is nasty, so like shit happens. Like
literally.
With Blake, I had diarrhea for almost 2 months straight. So
see what I'm saying?
I don't care.
I'm gonna make you see what I'm saying.
I don't care.
When does it stop?
But I feel like it's important. I feel like you can share as much as you're comfortable with. But I feel like sharing shouldn't get confused with having secrets.
You getting somewhere.
So if it's something that you know that I would be upset about without you telling me, like, for instance, what we talked about at the live episode about the money situation, the bad investment that he made. And for whatever reason, he chose to keep that to himself. He should have absolutely shared every fucking detail of that moment with me, and he didn't. It became a secret, it caused a lot of turmoil in our relationship.
But what I tell you, it was gonna happen though.
It don't matter.
Okay, then you better let me know.
It don't matter, Bear. It doesn't matter that you said you were going to get the money back.
I know.
None of that matters.
I know.
What matters is the act.
I know.
So
I did it.
That is different. You know, like I said, sharing is one thing. Share as much as you want. Don't hold back things that will be detrimental to the marriage.
Ooh. So I had a conversation, and I'm not going to say this yet because the episode hasn't come out yet.
I was going to say, I came across a story last week where I think Breakfast Club, Angela Yee was talking about it. And this guy called in, I think, and basically said that his wife took $17,000 out of their joint account and gave it to her brother.
RCE.
And so, you know, a lot of marriages think of all their money as joint money. And so that was a very big that's a very big
I don't know what I would do.
deal.
I'm trying to think. I don't.
And so it's funny because like y'all see his reaction to that. But that was only 2,000 less than what he did.
All right.
So that's what I'm saying. Like you should
oversharing right here. Here we go.
You should.
Here we go.
I don't
understand
either way
that because guess what? When you give a money, when you lend some money to a family member, you lend money that you are comfortable with losing. And not getting back again. If a family member asks me for some money, it better be less than or equal to $500. I'm giving you that money with the expectations that I'm not getting it back. And that's okay. We are still going to be family. Once we reach that 501 threshold, we got some explaining to do, big fella. That's what I'm saying. And I can make that 500 back on FanDuel by 2 or 3 bets. The other money you talking about at 17, I still ain't hit 17 on FanDuel yet. So it's going to take a long time. And all I'm saying is investment and borrowing are two different things. But keeping them a secret are one and the same. Give it up for me for acknowledging.
So yeah, that's my take on oversharing. Overshare as much as you please, as long as it's or, I mean, I guess, I don't know. I kind of don't like the idea of like holding back. I feel like I share. Like Barrett knows some secrets.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily secrets though, right? Sometimes I think we can hold things back and not share things with our significant other because we're still working out the kinks, right? For example, got a good example. This didn't happen to me. This has never happened to us. But let's say I want to, hey, Indy, I think I wanted to become the best DJ in the world. I'm about to, at night, I'm about to do 2 hours a night. And this is what I'm going to do. I need this time. If I told you that, you'd be like, all right, cool, I don't care. But some people would tell their significant other things like that. And they may not get the reaction that you would give me. They may get a reaction like, whatever, they good. You know what I'm saying? Like, they may get their reaction. So, in order for them to hold that close, they decide not to share and then try to find an outside way to work on projects.
Well, so in that case, I think that you just got some other issues in your marriage that need to be worked through because you should be able to tell some, the person you're with.
Everybody ain't that open, though.
But again, it's a marriage we're talking about today.
I feel what you're saying.
If that is the case, then y'all got some problems that y'all need to work through.
Shit, I agree. But we know people like that.
Y'all got some problems. I will tell Barry anything I want to do. I don't care how much it changes. Last week I told him, I said, I know that I'm probably going to be really stressed out after I have this baby because, I mean, I'm going to have 2 kids. And I said, part of the forms of self-care that I'm planning to do is to take a tap dancing class because I've always wanted to learn how to tap dance. And he laughed. And I'm dead serious. I already have the class times. I know exactly when. I know exactly when I'm gonna start. They have a beginner's tap class that you can, after your first couple of lessons, you have the opportunity to move up to it. Intermediate and advanced, and so that is something that I'm planning to do. That and a pottery class because
that's the one for me. Anybody that got the nerve to tell you they want to do a pottery class, they have reached another level of like I'll tell you anything. It went from pottery to diarrhea to tap, and I'm like, she's ridiculous.
Yeah, so I was like,
she's too comfortable,
and I don't care. I don't care.
All of her hobbies cost so much money where all I did is buy a DJ controller, some speakers, and a table. And I need a new computer, so I'm going to have to buy a new computer. So anyway, I hate to do this. I'm going to cut it short. I got to take my son to baseball practice. India, tell the people where they can find you.
India.Marie on Instagram. That's it.
And you can find her sooner than later in some tap shoes. No WB. Bro,
that's gonna have to be that's gonna be a journey that I'm going to record. So listen to me. As soon as I get past my, I guess like 6 week post, he knows I'm not playing.
I know she has started and won't finish it either. So
no, that's not true.
I have a ton of projects in this house if y'all want them. A ton of them.
Like what?
You can find me at BLove1911 on all social platforms. Please be sure to follow She and I Podcast on Instagram. Leave us a message at sheandipodcast@gmail.com. We love to hear from you. Go check out the audio experience. It's good for your eyes and good for your soul. And in the meantime, in between time, it's been real. It's been fun. I out.